Howdy, howdy. Tony here. Hey, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this book called Mastery by George Leonard. And this last week, when I was doing some introspection about, who I am, where I want to be, all that, I read through this book again. It's a really short book, good read. It's about getting and staying on the path towards mastery, right? And in the book, George Leonard talks about some of the pitfalls we experience, and especially in our society, where it's always fast paced or this. We have to have that. We have to have this experience or that experience. He talks about climax after climax after climax. Our whole pace, TV shows, entertainment, the things that everybody wants. Everybody wants a quick fix, right? And that's what our whole society is like gearing us towards. So that's one of the pitfalls. It pulls us off of that path towards mastery. He talks about the learning, not the learning, but the curve, the mastery curve. It's not just a linear, straight progression towards what we want or how we want to master. There's usually a little bit of a growth, or a good amount of growth, a little bit of a setback, a plateau, a little bit more growth, tiny setback, plateau. So he said you got to learn how to love that plateau. It's more of like a deep learning into the skills or the task or a relationship or something that you want to master, right? So you want to keep going. But there's 3 personality types he warns about that take us off of that path, that get off that path of mastery. The first one that I can relate to is the dabbler. You get involved in something, it's exciting, and as soon as that excitement wears off, or there's the first challenge of difficulty or something, you stop, and it's like, okay, this isn't for me, right? So that's one personality type. The second one is the obsessive, somebody who is so intense about something. They start out, they have to make sure that everything is right, and they do everything that they can to achieve that goal, but they push so hard that they end up burning out. And that's not something that, you want to do to stay on that path of mastery, right? You want to be consistent. You want to, have steady growth, not like intense. The third one is the hacker. And sometimes, in some aspects, I can relate to this too. The hacker is someone who gets to a certain point and they're comfortable and they don't push themselves for further growth. So let's say you're a golfer, and I know some golfers, right? They go out and they get to be pretty good. They're okay, or, whatever. They're happy with where they are, but they never take that next step to improve beyond that, take that next challenge to go beyond that. One of the things that he talks about is in this book, when we're trying to work towards mastery, especially when we get to those difficult points, we want to make sure we have good teachers, good mentors, but we also have to be willing ourselves to be the fool, right? To be the beginner, to surrender to the process and learn so that we can grow beyond that. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. And for this week, I'm going to do something I've been doing, and I encourage anybody else, to give it a shot. Try adding one small thing to your day, one small thing that will help you establish a habit. We're going to talk about more of this later on. But for example, I started setting out my gym clothes the night before and had everything ready so that, I would take my shoes off from the gym and I would leave them untied or tied up, and I'd just leave them there. So I made sure now I untie my shoes. I make sure that they're open and ready to go the next morning. So I really do appreciate that in the morning when I'm getting ready for the gym. It just makes it a lot easier. So find one small thing that you can do, whether it's at work, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's for your health, fitness. Find that one small thing you can do that takes less than 2 minutes, and see if you can do that every day of this week. All right. Thank you. Bye.